Hello, Armchair Generals. My name is Tom, and I'm back with another exciting Japanese campaign in Hearts of Iron 3, utilizing the Black Ice modification 10.43. We left off. We were just making some spoiling attacks against Zhenjiang, just killing their units all around, trying to get my units some experience. Illy was doing pretty well in Abyssinia. You can see they kind of expand out a little bit. They've taken their northeastern holding there. They really need to do something about the British coming in from northwest, though. They're doing very well, better than I would have expected in Egypt here. They're pushing their way through quite handily right now, but they could use a little bit of help, I think, in Greece. As you can see, Greece has actually moved into Albania. The good news is, though, that Germany is also at war with Greece, so that situation will change fairly rapidly, I feel. Otherwise, everything else here, nothing has changed in this regards. It is as historical right now. So I do expect over the coming months to see Germany and Italy start racing through Yugoslavia and Greece. We'll see what happens with Yugoslavia. There's some campaigns I've seen where Yugoslavia becomes a full-on Axis member. Those are kind of rare. Other cases where that civil war happens and Germany, Italy come and stomp Yugoslavia down, and it gets split up into the puppet states there. We'll see what happens here in Europe and in North Africa. But otherwise, we're ourselves. We are doing very well. We've got quite a bit of IC, over 300, almost 350 at this point, and in 2 months' time, we're going to be getting really close to the 400 IC mark. A good two-thirds of our IC is going to production at this point in time. We're almost to the end of our production queue right now, which means we'll be selecting more things to get built. Our upgrades are coming along quite nicely, I feel. I may wait till January 1941 when we get that IC boost, just to put that IC the boost into upgrades, so we can start knocking that down over the course of next year there. So everything gets upgraded appropriately by the time December 7th, Pearl Harbor runs around here. But we're building lots of ships. We're also upgrading a bunch of ships. We got some, as you can see, some industry as well. They'll be getting wrapped up here very soon too. They'll even improve our IC that much more. Tech-wise, you can see we've got a bunch of leadership at this point, thanks to change in party leadership. We made some changes to our ministers, some laws, thanks to that party leadership. So it helped improve the amount that we can throw towards research here. And we've got, just looking here ahead, over the course of the next, well, to the end of the year, let's say between now and the end of the year, we've got about a good 50 or so research targets, maybe a bit less, that will be finishing up. So while all I see is red here, that's going to change in this episode. The coming weeks, we're going to be seeing that gets looking so much better. Without further ado, therefore, let us go ahead and proceed. Speaking of some research text, there's radios. We can drop that off, and hey, look, we can see green. Sonar, yay! Definitely something we could use there. Over here, really nothing. Yeah, these guys are all pretty much doing their thing. I got my units moving around the way they are. The idea is we're just gonna take the rest of these provinces here, kill the units that are there and anywhere else that I can get to in the desert, and therefore all that'll be left will be the areas I can't move into and the capital, which there's a lot of units there. I think once I'm all done here in the west, I'll move back and just kind of begin reducing the enemy forces that are here, not move into the capital, but just reduce them entirely to the point where just before war with America, or even maybe even on December 7th, I don't know. I'll just go ahead and move a unit in there. I've got two core units here. About not they're not full core. You can see he's got a full five guys, but he only has four. I may once this is the only thing that's left, and I'm have reduced it down. What I may do is go ahead and pull this core unit out with all of his tending guys there, and send him on down south to get ready for future conflicts, and then just leave this guy with his units kind of arrayed around. So whenever Xinjiang builds a unit, they can just crush it. Just keep doing that over and over again until December 7th. The idea, just keep keep combat going so we don't have to put any IC in consumer goods. That is the idea here. Otherwise, probably almost 100 of this IC have to be sent to consumer goods if I was at peace right now. Which that'd be a lot of projects here not being built. Division headquarter advance, that's 40 tech, and that's 42 tech. Okay. Yeah, we got a bunch of tech that's gonna be popping up here, or just simply going away because it's a one-off kind of type deal. These are all 1941 tech, and he might be tired of hearing his name, but I'm probably mispronouncing it too, so I apologize. But Citrus provided me some information regarding my research philosophy, and in as much that only current year and older has no penalty. It's just base research. If you research something a year in advance, you get a penalty, and anything 2 years or more in advance, where it shows up here as a red warning, is a stiffer penalty on top of that. Um, so I was researching for several years here in the game. I was researching tech that was 1 year in advance, thinking, oh, that's not a big deal. The I'll be getting ahead of the game on this research, and sure, I was to a point. But the research that I was doing there, I could have been in that advanced tech. I could have gotten a couple other research areas there taken care of. We lost our high popularity. Attritional warfare advance. That's 42 tech, so we'll go and drop that off. We lost some leadership as well, so I'm going to drop this down to. Actually, I'm going to drop this down to 70. I think we're okay in our research at this point. I need to boost this up to 100 right now. The way I have it figured, maintaining anyway where I was at, I would get up to 100%. Let's say a month before war with America. I kind of want to ensure that right now. We need 6,000, 6,700 officers. We're gaining close to 50 a day, so yeah, that's about 130 days, 140 days roughly. So I would definitely want to reach that 100% mark, and when I do, then I can redo this a bit better. Um, but eventual goal, of course, is 110%. Tropical Island Garrison units. I knew it was this year that I got them at this point. They're Let me go and take a look here. You can take a look. This is their stats, and you can compare it to Garrison here. Um, Overall, they're better in the areas that they count, but you know what? I'm not even seeing where they're better. They look just to be exactly the same as Garrison. uh, yeah. Well, so the build cost, Tropical Island garrisons are cheaper and they take a week less time to build. For some reason, I thought that there were some. When I build a Tropical Island garrison, I'll click its card, and I'll do the same with the garrison, and we'll compare their cards. I think there's some bonuses that the Tropical Island garrisons get that regular garrisons don't, mainly in um, jungle terrain. I think perhaps mountainous terrain, things like that too. Um, but yeah, I thought for whatever reason I was under the impression that Tropical Island garrisons are actually even cheaper than garrisons. But I mean they are modestly so, and they also take a week less to build. Hmm. We're gonna be building some this year coming up. Not right now though. I kind of want to burn through some more of my production here. I want to get more of this red taken care of here. You can see I've got a couple of projects that I want to build on here that will be taking a lot of IC. We'll pay our army. We got another veteran unit. Yeah, because you know what? I could attach it to a mountaineer. I'm building 4 Marine units right now, and I've got 3 veteran and 1 elite headquarter unit. In this case, the one that I got was a veteran division headquarter unit. They provide some additional bonuses that the regular headquarter brigades don't give. Blizzard J. So I'm attaching. That's why I'm building the Marine units. I'm attaching those more advanced headquarter units onto the Marine, so they'll be just a little bit better. The new one that I just got, I'm building some Mountaineers this year, mountain troops. I could attach that and any other future veteran and elite troops to my mountain troops. How are we doing? Oh yeah, they're moving. That's right. They're getting ready to move down into here. He'll wait. There's no rush. It's snowing anyway, so let's expand our factories. Another capital factory we could use. Hedgehog defense. I don't see that here. Assault concentration doctrine. There it is. 41 tech. We'll go in. We're still 1940. We'll go and cancel it out. Even though technically we are at the nearly at the end of the year, so I mean I could leave that tech on there. It's um, it will get research this year. Start getting research, and while there'll be a penalty, thusly, it's not going to drastically affect me. But we, as you see, there's still a bunch of stuff that's being researched here. And once I'm all in the green and I've got more leadership than research targets, I can go back here and just kind of see, what else can I research that's of this year still. Thus I can research rapidly enough. And then failing that, then sure, I'll go into 1941 tech at that point. Uh, that's the one I'm going to be doing going forward from now with my future um, campaigns. Anytime that I have a research, I have research that I wish to do. I will only do the +1 year research when I have nothing else to research, or it's like say end of the year, say like in December here. Then okay, I can see, and it's an important research topic for me. Then sure, I'll go ahead and begin researching it. Naval Infantry Headquarters. Needs to be more Marine, so 2 more Marine headquarters, Corps and Army headquarters. Um, no, I'm going to pass on that because I already have, even though I'm building more Marines, I've got uh, 4 Marine Corps headquarter units, and they're led by 1 Marine Army headquarter unit. I don't need more. Um, tempting to be, but that'd be saying, oh, you're going to be building more than 20 Marines or having more than 20 Marines. And honestly, 14 I think is a good number I'll be having. I don't really foresee me building much more beyond that. If I do, I'm still going to be researching the Marine headquarter technology here. We still got 5 more or 6 more levels to go. If I change my mind later on, sure, then I can go ahead and take a headquarter unit, but we don't need them. Um, Same, honestly, with the Air Force headquarters. We were using just as like an OOB um, role play kind of type deal. There's not that much in the way of air power for Japan. I've got enough. I feel enough Air Force headquarter units around that I can assign the air units to them as I need to. And same with our Imperial Navy headquarter units. I've actually got quite a few. Um, I've got 2. I thought I had 2. Yeah, I got 2 Army. I don't know what 4-star would be in naval lingo. Um, for Admiral headquarter units. I don't know. I got 2, one in Tokyo and one in Nagoya. That they're in charge of their capital ships based there. Then I've got another headquarter unit here. It's going to take care of my sub and raider fleets. Um, got another that's torpedo boats. So yeah, I don't need more. We'll save our manpower and supplies. Industrial zone organization. We can drop that off. It's 1941 tech. And engineering training, 41 tech. A lot of this will be revisiting again anyway. But for right now, yeah, we don't need to keep the tech on at this point. Um, twin engine bomber, yes, drop them off, and we'll drop that point off as well. So yeah, that's the only unit they've got there is that core headquarter unit. So I'll have them. Well, I'll see. I'll see. I was thinking about moving him somewhere else, but yeah, we don't need to worry about it. He can move into there now. Hmm. Phone call from an unknown number. Don't want to deal with that. No, thank you. Machine gun and mortars. We can cancel that out. They were only the battle happened so quickly I didn't even get to see it. But they must not have any supply because I've cut off their capital. They must have no supply, so they can't even. Their organization must be just zero, so they can't even fight. But 3,000 troops versus my 15,000, so 5-1 odds. No organization, yeah. Looking good and interesting. They kind of pushed out there a little bit too far, perhaps, but that's good. Yeah, yeah. Italy, you're a special beast. This will probably drop off. Yeah. Like I said, we're burning through our research here quite rapidly. Got a bunch of stuff that's gonna be learned. Jungle unit training, keep that going. That's 1940 tech, that's 38 tech, and that's 40 tech. So okay, we'll keep all those going. We had some partisans appear here. Hmm. Wasn't aware that I was able to march on down into French Indochina from China. For whatever reason, I was under the impression, yeah, there's where the Tulu infrastructure is, some mountains there. For whatever impression I was under in past earlier campaigns when I first started playing Hearts of Iron 3, I don't think I was playing vanilla, so I wasn't even playing Black Ice then. I only played vanilla briefly, and then I jumped right into to Black Ice version 9, 9X or 8X, I think was the first one. I was in the impression that you couldn't really go from French Indochina into China. It might have been under vanilla because I seem to recall one game I was playing, the Chinese campaign was just dragging on and on and on, and finally in 1940, I was mentally urging AI Germany on and to take France as quickly as possible so I could then get French Indochina, and thus be able to attack from the south into China. Um, and for whatever reason, that didn't work because there's like the infrastructure. I couldn't move through, the heavy jungle or something like that. That's what I seem to recall. But I might be thinking of Hearts of Iron 1. I might be thinking of the first game, maybe. I don't know. Heavy armor forging. We'll let that go. So now we're up to 23 capital shipyards. That basically just speeds up the amount of time it takes for capital ships to get built. A small increase because one factory doesn't mean that it's gonna all of a sudden all my capital ships will be finished in a day. But every little bit certainly helps. 1941 tech, so let that go. Oh, we had something built here. What do we got? Naval bomber. So I'll place him there. Rank 1 naval bomber, is that what we're up to? We're actually up to rank 2, so yeah, I need to upgrade my planes as well. Where am I at realistically with naval bombers here? Rank 2. Flying boats. Kawashini. Yeah, that needs to get upgraded too. They're probably up to rank 2. Um, where am I at with interceptors? Rank 5. Ooh, nice. Carrier air groups, rank 4. Though, well, I could go ahead and send it in to the queue manually like I did with my entire fleet. Quite honestly, well, the CAGs need to get upgraded. Wow. We're up to rank 5 with CAGs, I believe, aren't we? 4. Okay. Interceptors are up to rank 5. Um, quite honestly, I think the AI will be able to handle the upgrades themselves. But that said, I'll wait till the beginning of 41. Yeah, I'm thinking I'll manually put in my planes to get them upgraded. Medium air search radar. Fighter ground crews 38. Bomber targeting also 38. So we'll leave those alone. Text that we certainly need. Carrier aircraft prototype. In fact, you can see these. Well, the bomber targeting. There's also a fighter targeting that have research pretty soon too. Those kind of work hand in hand. The bonus and penalties, when you combine them together, create a net bonus for you. So in learning both of these, the net bonus will be a plus 24 for bomber targeting and a plus 12 for fighter targeting. So we're at 70 even. I'm going to wait till the next research project drops off or I cancel it. There's the fighter targeting. So yeah, we're still at 0 there. We're almost at the end of the year. Fighter, bomber, interceptor conversion. Alrighty, a bunch more tech here. Infrastructure and transport. We'll leave that alone. And we're actually now, yeah, we need to decide on some tech. And the good news is we're so close to the end of the year, I could choose 1941 tech and it wouldn't matter because the penalty would be maybe a loss of 2 days of research or something like that. It wouldn't be all that great. So for this year coming up now, I want to focus on still naval, but want to get focused on IC and leadership. Leadership, so we can keep getting that research pumping out. IC, where I want to get over 400 in 1941. So all tech that I can possibly get that's relevant to those areas, I want to go ahead and get. So at this point, anything that's still 1940 tech or older, I'm going to go ahead and research. Or I'm sorry, anything that's 1941 tech or older, I'm going to go ahead and select and research in regards to those specifics, the IC leadership and naval. So far, I'm not really seeing any of that here. Everything is everything but. Oh, there's industrial zone. That'll give us IC. Um, let's see. Let me do, starting with railroad, let me get all of these taken care of too, our infrastructural technologies, because we'll be needing those. Yeah, so that's everything in IC and leadership at this point here. So going over to naval now. Oh wait, yeah, I was looking to make sure I had heavy armor forging and steel electro welding up to date or being researched. So we'll go to submarines. Anything that's 1941 tech here, which that's quite a bit. Okay, and I think I will leave that alone for right now. We'll continue with our naval forces choosing that tech as we get further into that rather. CAG. How are we doing here? So this is all that's too low of infrastructure. Everywhere's too low infrastructure. So that's the only place left now. Okay. Okay. So this is the 5, and that's the 4. The 4 is what's going to end up staying. So that's that, and that. Okay. So this guy, he needs to move over here. Let's kind of do this the right way there. Okay. So what I'm going to end up doing is once my units get arraigned properly there, I'm going to have them all attack. It's probably going to be, well, it won't be an immediate kill because they should still be getting supply there in the capital. They're producing supply in the capital, so they should have sufficient supply in there. And then once I have them eliminated in the capital, I won't move in. I'll cancel the move, and I'll remove the one core HQ unit out of there with his attendant 5 units, and I'll just leave the 1 corps with 4 units surrounding the capital. Anytime anybody pops in, I'll just knock him, hit him in the teeth. We got another CAG unit here. I'm just gonna put it separately there because I think now the CAG that's being built. Oh, okay, that was for. Oh, that was extra CAG that was building. Okay, that's what's going on. Though with that, we can just go ahead and combine those two together. Leak within the government. This is a random event that occurs. So we either we lose, might have a chance of losing organization and popularity. It doesn't really matter, I don't feel. We'll say it's probably nothing. We have our head in the sand, and as such, our popularity goes down. Okay. Infantry radio communication as we end the year. Dropping that tech off. We lost leadership as well. That was probably because of putting our head in the sand there. We'll drop that down to 67 here. I was hoping to be having even more tech dropping off, but I think because a lot of that tech still is like January. Yeah, January type tech. Oh, there's so much January tech there. Quite a bit of February tech too. Okay, beginning of the new year. Homefront coordination. That's 1941 tech. It is 1941 now, so I'll just go ahead and leave that and go forward with all our tech that we're kind of researching now. Anything that's 1941 tech, I'll just go ahead and let it ride. We've got some annual stuff to take care of here. We got our Bank of International Settlements to take as well. That gives us some IC bonus as well. We're up to 343. Let's see, after we make our choices here, what we go up to. This will get us even more IC for the year during the short-term investment because we need IC. We need to build up the IJN still. If I were to focus on building up the economy, that would really improve our IC. But no, we got ships that we need to build. So let's go ahead and take care of that. Well, you know what? This is the infrastructure. So we can build up our economy, and that will give us some. As you can see, it'll give us an IC bonus, a huge IC bonus. It'll slow down our naval build speed, but we can kind of balance that out somewhat by the next event that pops up, where we can focus on the IGN for our manpower, where our builds go to. And this would also build some freebie IC in the country. Yeah, I like that idea for right now. Let's build some. Oh, well, for the year we lose some IC as well. So that plus 15% gets dropped down by additional 5%. So it's only a 10% bonus increase there, but we do gain some a couple manufacturing plants, a couple heavy industry. That everywhere the heavy industry is at, which Shanghai, yes, we have industry, and Seoul, we have industry, gives 50% more IC. So if you have 10 IC there, one heavy industry is giving you a total of 15 IC on that province, and that bonus I believe is per, and I believe it's cumulative. It's per point of heavy industry you have. So if you have like 10 heavy industry in one province, that province is producing crazy amounts of IC. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and build that. We're gonna do economic spying again, just for naval intelligence. I had to mentally stop myself there. I was just ready to do that because that's what we do all the time. But this is 1941. We need to know, thanks to naval intelligence, we need to know where the future enemy fleets are at. So, yeah, that we need to choose. Seoul, Seoul. Where are you, Seoul? You would think I know where it was. You'd think. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. So they got a heavy industry. they already have level 5, but you know what? We're going to boost that up all the way to 10 because, yeah, 15 IC is a great deal. Shanghai, I know where that is. We fought there. There's already 4. We're going to boost that up to 10. It's random where you're, for that event, that decision, it's a random event where your heavy industry and industry for that matter appears. Obviously, would have liked to have had it there at Tokyo or Nagoya or anywhere of the other areas where I got 10 industry. That'd be an immediate help to me. But hey, it is what it is. I will be still happy to accept that. And these I'm going to now push to the forefront because those are very important projects. Each one of these I'm building is not one IC, it's 1.5 IC. So it's a great improvement for each one that I'm getting. Also, you see, we're also getting 3 more IC there later on. Okay, I like that. I liked how that turned out. And that's everything there that we can do. Okay, it is. We'll go ahead and save the game. That was an important decision. It's also been more than a month since we saved last year. We'll move on here. So we moved up by 2 supply factories, so that's 7% more um, supplies generated here. Infantry unit command, that's 38 tech. We're going to drop. Oh, and something even more important. I need to check my laws. Well, I shouldn't say something more important per se, but it is now time to change to total economic mobilization. It is 1941. Uh, Even better. Man, I have ADD, don't I, guys? Because I just keep bouncing around in this game. I'm over 400 IC. I want to see how much this will give me. Up to 450? Is that a possibility, you think? It's an additional 25% to my base. Well, yes, I think it's an additional 25% more to my base, so that should be an extra 50 IC being produced there. I believe that's how much. We'll lose a little bit more money, but we're gaining enough, 14 bucks a day now, so that extra 5%, we'll be gaining maybe 10 bucks, 12 bucks a day. That's not bad. The leadership modifier is going to be hurting though, because man, we are doing good already. That's going to drop down to about 70 something, 74, 72, something like that. So boo. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. Consumer goods during wartime stays the same. Um, the daily descent change will double, but that's not going to affect us at all. We're going down by 0.05 a day anyway without any IC into consumer goods. Officer recruitment doubles, though. That's a good thing to see. So while we're going to be losing leadership, that leadership's going to go into officer recruitment, which means I'll get to 100% quicker, which means then I can throw IC or throw a leadership towards my research. So yes, total economic mobilization happens now. That was really the only thing I was going to be doing there. Excites me though. That definitely excites me. Yeah, I like to see that. We devastate the consumer sector in order to dramatically increase the amount of IC available. They're not really devastated. They're just complaining. The Yamato, let's go ahead and build her. What she costs there, we have more than enough of. Infantry unit training, that's 38 and 39 tech. See, our leadership dropped. Actually, leadership dropped to 77. Okay, that wasn't as hard of a hit as I anticipated. We're going to boost our spies up to 0.5, I feel. That is where I need to be. There we go. And 452 production, or 452 IC, like I thought, over 450. Supplies will be empty in 12 days. What? What? No. I'm actually overproducing in supplies, but oh yes, that's what I like to see. Pretty much all my IC that I need in production is there now, pretty much, with exception, of, yeah, I definitely like to see that. Um, We're going to boost up our resource. We're going to do what I said where I was talking about doing, and we're going to boost up our upgrades um, for right now. So that level, that icy level boost of about 50, that's going into upgrades. That'll drop over the course of the year. We'll filter that back into production. Next thing I'm going to be doing here is going through each of my planes and manually upgrading them. Interceptors are down 4 levels at that point, or we're at level 5 here. Medium bomber, yes. Medium bomber, yes. But yeah, everything is at least a level or more off in what it should be at. So close air support, where are we at? Yeah, level 5. So even that needs to get addressed. Oh, I should have looked at, while I was there, I should have looked at fighter bombers. I might be at rank 3 for my fighter bombers. No, 4. Okay. So everything is getting upgraded here. You see, when you go to upgrade, you can choose to change. In some cases, you can choose to change what type of plane it is. It stays within the family, if you will, that it could potentially be. So close air support really can only be interceptors and fighter bombers, based on its on how it is. Um, you can kind of do the same with ships as well. Some ships you can choose to kind of change them, but they have to stay within the same family. I think you can with ships. I could be wrong on that. I typically just stay. Maybe as Germany sometimes, when we're switching over in later game, we're switching over for say like close. Well, we kind of keep close air support. I'm trying to think of an example. Um, Maybe fighter bombers. I might switch them over to just close air support, and then just filter in a twin engine fighter into that wing. Sometimes I'll just remove the fighter bombers out, depending upon how I'm doing my research. Okay, so they're all upgraded. All these I know need upgrades. The flying boats I can't upgrade. Oh, okay. That is what it is. I know the flying boats are like rank 2 at this point, or 3, something like that. Where is our air unit that's nearby? There we are. Okay, so all those planes are upgraded. Kegs need to be upgraded because we're up to rank 5 with these guys as well. I'm doing the manual upgrades so that way I can get them upgraded. I don't know how long it's going to take the computer, the AI, to upgrade my planes for me, but I need my planes upgraded. Meow. We're actually up to 5 with our CAGs, so he can't get upgraded. That's fine. He kind of does get upgraded though, because as I said earlier, maybe last episode, I said earlier anyway that his range now is twice what it was before when I first got him. First got him was like 200 or something like that, just under 200 kilometers. So it was like this guy is only, his usefulness is minimal, and all these CAGs are going to get upgraded as well. Best of the best, and the main reason for that, they are all upgrading. Okay, cool. Main reason for that is I want to make sure that my planes, I mean, a rank 2 CAG is not going to do well. It's not going to do as well against the enemy, which will be America in this case here coming up. Another bonus. It says I need 109 now, and that's taking account all the planes that I went in and said let's go ahead and upgrade, and that's a lot of them there. Whoa. But we're going to go ahead and do it. Everything you get pushed to the forefront because this will all get done May, August, April, May, April, March, April, May. So yeah, everything be done latest in summer, which means then for the remainder of summer and all fall and beginning of winter, I'll be able to focus my IC back to where it needs to go. The good news is the needs will be dropping a little bit here because I'm already upgrading all my air that is saying that needs to be upgraded. There we go. Drop 6 points there. It'll drop even more over time as well. Military police advance. So this is all tech that I'm just going to let ride. We actually had one drop off there. We're going to do additional budget high, minus 30%. That's going to hurt. On that note, let's see if we can't sell energy and fuel. So energy to Italy. Oh, will you buy? Will you actually buy from me? No. Let's go in decline. Let's go back and say fuel. Do you want to buy fuel? No. Italy doesn't want to buy nothing. I say to that. Good to see that my friends Spanish Spain, or the Spanish state, wants to buy some energy. They remember that I helped them out in their conflict against the communists there. So yeah, $1.50 will be very handy there. Deficit of 5. So Cuba. Paraguay can't do. Iran. Nope. And the others, their deficits are so low, it's not worth looking at. Fuel. Who needs fuel? Italy does, but I already tried them. Hungary doesn't have money. Neither does Romania, Vichy, France, New Zealand. Let's see if New Zealand wants to buy fuel. They do not. Brazil. Nope. Chile. Nope. Switzerland can't buy from me. All right. Well, that's at least one trade. And even with the hits to money that I'm taking, that's I'm still gaining 7 a day, so that's fine. Medium fuel tank, so we're good there. These are the midget submarines, if I remember right. I'm just reading this to see exactly what it does and what it is. I really don't want the midget subs. I don't find a use for them, but I'm trying to remember if I say yes to this, do I, what do I get exactly out of this? Is it not just units? Is it also will also be tech? Do I get tech along with that? Because you can see it indicates that there's a special torpedo that was used. I'll go ahead and take the loss to supplies and manpower for right now. We'll just find out what happens there, and then future, when I review this video, I'll see what the benefits and bonuses may have been. Upgrades, dropping even more, or pumping more into production there. Yeah, that's good. We've actually got quite a bit of several projects are finishing up this month here, though. Yeah, that's not dropping off entirely. Some CAG, that's a couple points there, 3-4 points dropping off. That will filter down into this landing craft here. Actually, help continue to build it. Our supplies, I can leave this where it's at for right now until I start seeing green and we push our way towards 50,000. Then I'll drop that off, drop that down to 35. So that's another 10 IC that I'll be putting back into production here. So happy to see that much in IC. Mobile unit command, battlefield interdiction. We're leaving all these techs here. The Missouri is launched. Good. Decisions, airport industry fine tunes the war machine. Doesn't say exactly. We can now research industrial efficiency. I thought I was already researching it. Special Forces Unit Command. That's 41 tech, so we can leave that alone. Anything that's 1942 or future, we need to stop. Oh, hold on one, please. All right, I'm back again. Sorry for that interruption there. I had a very important phone call that I needed to take. I know for everybody it was just a mere millisecond. But for me, it took a little while there. So we were just progressing forward on this here. I think we're getting kind of close to the end of the episode anyway. We're still about another 5 to 10 minutes before I would like to call it an end. So let's keep going forward and see what we can get done. Definitely working through our research here. I mean, a lot of this is stuff that, well, I still need to research, obviously. In fact, you'll see that's the nice thing is once you have it researched, it'll tell you when the next level it's going to be researched again, even though it's in the red there. So if I were to immediately have the research to be able to put, or leadership to put into it to be able to research it, it'll be finished in May. Overall, though, that does tell me that these will be finished before I go to war with America. All of this tech that I'm going for, I know it's ground type stuff and whatnot, but yeah, I still need it. We're going to have a very 1942 is we're going to be doing a lot of ground warfare, Burma, down to Singapore, but we're going to be doing some ground warfare here in the Philippines and the islands. Germany, they want me to buy metal. No. No, thank you. Favor the IJN. We want to improve our naval and air build speeds. So yes. We need our ships built up quick. And speaking of, they've got some CAG popping up here. I want to say that these are the CAG for my light carriers that are being built right now. Which, if we look here, well, nope, those are still being built. Those will be built until March there. So those must have been extra CAG. I built about not quite a dozen. I forget how many. A few CAG that I had built. Here they are. Just for replacements for losses as well. Yeah, these CAGs all need to be upgraded. Wow. As well, I still need to test out, and I guess once all my upgrades finish, we're up to 5, rank 5 for a CAG. So yay for a 4, but once I'm finished here, well, no, they're all upgrading. I need to see if they can hold more because I got that side elevator or something like that. Some tech that said it'd improve the number of CAG that regular carriers and CCV can have on them. Granted, I haven't upgraded the Kaga, and I can't manually upgrade it myself. I don't know if the AI is able to. Soryu and Hiryu cannot be upgraded. We are upgrading the Shikaku and the Zukaku, so we will see once they're done if we're able to have 3 CAG on there. If we are, that's 6 on a fleet there. Very, very nice to have. Energy for money, I will take that all day and every day. Formation. I think this does give me it does give me a bomber fighter, a flying boat, and a seaplane tender. I think it gives me each of these units here. It's a 10% IC hit, which, I mean, ouch, that'll drop us down below 450 for sure. Do we have any other spawn? We do have a 5% spawn penalty that should be falling off soon here. But yeah, let's go and form that AQ, the HQ. I think it's down in the Pacific. We'll take a look and see here momentarily. Let me drop this all the way down. So I know as soon as it gets down to here, oh, these need to get pushed up. Once I know I start going down here, then I need to start the next round of carrier builds, but we're still a ways away. This is looking better. I'm going to even that out, so it'll still keep going green when in our supplies. And now we've got more IC there. Yay. Yeah, we're gonna have to oops, we're gonna have to upgrade that one as well. It just got built. Disadvantage of putting a bunch of build projects in and then putting them in serial mode is that, especially for like these naval bombers, once they come out, I'm gonna have to send them back in here to get them upgraded. And granted, the upgrade's not gonna take terribly long, but I'll be basically what's end up happening is I'm spending too much time in actually building an air unit. When you combine the amount of time it's being spent here in the queue for builds and upgrades, then we'll be just building a brand new unit. Problem too is, you can put a unit into the queue here, and then by the time it's built, you've gone up 2 levels in its research. So it is what it is. End of the month, I'll go ahead and end the game and the video, save the game, and all that kind of stuff. I think we're doing pretty well in regards to our research here. The end of 40, I was feeling so much better because it was like so much research coming through, and I was I was looking at being able to spend on all the text that I wanted. Now it's like, well, now here it is in January. I'm like, well, I'll combine these together. I'm now looking at it going, well, the tech that I'm learning, it's not falling off. It's just staying there. But it is what it is. I need all this tech still. Now the infantry, yeah, I still need this regardless. We're gonna be having land battles very soon there. Steel goes up by a bit here, and that's in Manchuria, I believe. Mukden. Where's Mukden? So they got some steel there. Ooh, wow, a lot of rares in that province there. Wow. And yeah, their steel just went up 4 points there, level 6. So yeah, Manchuria, Manchukuo is doing pretty well in regards to its resources. Send me steel and rares, please. Tactical Air Command. That's 37 tech. We'll leave that alone. And we're doing okay on DI, so we'll leave that. We move this up to 0.5, and I still only seeing 0 spies. Let me move this up to 0.56, sure, and see what happens there. That's a naval bomber, which I think I can only put here. Can I combine these two together like that? Yes, I can, but you're going to get upgraded. See, we had over 100 in IC needed for upgrades, and that's been dropping down steadily. Which I knew. As soon as I put all the planes initially in for upgrades, I knew that I'd be seeing that IC requirement drop greatly. We've got a bunch of stuff. Almost all my light cruisers will be done in March, so 2 months' time. That's, they're half an IC each. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Not quite 20 light cruisers. I mean, that's 10 IC. That's going to drop down, and also got these 3, so it's closer to 12 to 15 IC. That's going to drop down and filter down through here in March. Be nice to have that 5% spawn unit penalty go away just like it did there. Almost at 450 now. Very, very good. I'm actually feeling very excited about this campaign. I'm thinking we do very well as Japan. There's a 3x3 reverse. I also did gun position, which we're going to leave. The 3x3 reverse, we're going to now go over to the 3x3 layout. This should be the final round of doing the reverse to layout. The reverse tech you can see is right now is minus 20 minus 0.16. It was plus positive for the layout. Switching over now to this layout, it's going to be positive 25, positive 0.2 for positioning, and that's where we'll end up. That's where we're going to end it. Is there at that rank 5. We're not going to go any further from that point. Won't be a need to do a level 5 3x3 reverse, unless for some reason then we wanted to switch over to a different layout. But I like this. I like the high C attack and the good positioning bonus. Um, yeah, that keeps going down and down. You know what? We're going to drop this just down to 80. Yeah, there for right now, and it'll catch up. Money for metal. No, thank you. Choose puppets. I was kind of waiting for that as well. I knew that was happening. This is Manchukuo. You're going to focus on rare materials. You'll give me some, hopefully. You're going to focus on rare materials for Menjiang. And the other two, I'm going to do metal. We're going to focus on metal for Zibi San Ma. And Tibet. Oh, Yunnan. So we still got Tibet as well. You also do metals. And sure, Tibet will do metals as well. That should be it. I only got the five puppets. How are we doing here? So we're ready. We're going to say support the attack, support the attack, support the attack. They're still coming around. Support the attack, and we will have them move in. Let's see how our battle goes here. So they got 21 units, all of them fully supplied, of course. 96% odds because, as you can see, I mean, their army is nothing compared to mine, realistically. Their level of research is negligible, and a good portion, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a third, a little over a third, or a little under a third of their units are strictly headquarter units. They've got 1 infantry, 2 infantry, 3 infantry, and a light militia, a couple cav, couple militia, several garrison, but they aren't that great. 1941 tech, we're maintaining. So used to dropping 1941 tech off, I almost pulled the trigger and pulled them off there. Battle commander, alrighty. Research progress, we got a bunch of carrier tech that's popping in there. Let me see real quick if it even shows now. No, I think a lot of it's still like, here. Well, no, it's not that. Is it either of those? So, okay, cool. So these, actually, you know what? They finish. Yeah. So let me go through all of these here. Light carrier class, no. Cancel that. I'll do those 3. We'll cancel all 3 of those because they're not ready yet either. Carrier hangar, flight deck, catapult. I don't think any of those. Oh, the hangar. We'll push the hangar up. It's 1941 tech. So, I mean, yeah, I was going to be researching it anyway. But you see here, I've got carrier torpedo protection, bulkheads layout. So, I mean, these are 41 techs, but they've gotten so many points put into them thanks to my science minister that they're ready to pop. Let's check each of those as well. Nope, on all 3, so we'll drop all 3 of those. So I've got 3 techs that are basically freebies at this point here, and I'll take a look and see. They may have like another round because I think these are ones that have been continually getting 45 points every 6 months or thereabouts. So with that, we're going to go ahead and save the game. I'm going to stop this video at this point in time here, where we're now into February. Next couple of episodes, we'll work our way through 1941 further. I don't anticipate being able to, because I spend so much time talking, and I apologize to everybody for that. It does take me longer to go through years than it would be if I was simply playing the game. I mean, by this point, I'd probably already be in 1943, 1944 by now. if I wasn't doing this in a video format. But I'm enjoying this. I'm hoping everybody else is as well. The next few episodes are going to get us ramping up towards war with America here, and you'll see the next not next episode, but the one after that. I'm going to go ahead and work on my unit hierarchy. I may do that off camera, as it were. I may like kind of start it a little bit just so everybody can see how how I'm going about doing it. Um, 'Cause I do recognize that not everybody that watches these videos are are experts in the game. So I do want people to kind of see what I do and hopefully help correct me if I'm doing something wrong. Like I've like I've been informed a couple of times already that I'm making adjustments in my game, which I greatly do appreciate. And speaking of comments, please do provide those and questions down below. I'm happy to answer those and hear from people that are watching these videos, and hopefully you're all enjoying this as well. I will see you next episode where we'll continue doing what we're doing here. And you guys have yourself a great day now. Take care.